steps out in front of St. Alphonsus. He was missing both his shoes with some broken teeth responses. Bloody stained glass like busted in pieces on the ground. The arresting officer, familiar with the situation, picked him up a day before at a notorious location. Pity on the boy with the black eyes lying on the ground. He lives downtown.
Well, how's that, Maddie? All right, folks, you just witnessed that little technical glitch there, but it was really cute to see my producer run in here and try to adjust the mic while I wave my hands around. What I was saying was, Brother Trucker, thank you for an extended version of your tune, Downtown. I'm Ed Fallon. Go Red Sox. Yes, we're going to see a little victory here in the World Series again, I think. All you Cardinal fans will disagree, I'm sure, but I'm sorry, you're wrong. Nobody can beat a bunch of bearded crazies like they have in Boston this year. Okay, we're going to talk later in the program with E.J. Giovannetti, former county supervisor, about the $81 million bond referendum that's going to be voted on in the very near future regarding work on the courthouse, the jail, yeah, those sort of things. We'll talk about that in the second part of the program. But first, we're going to go to our phone lines and welcome Suvana Sathamavong to the program. Suvana is helping to organize the Immigrant Entrepreneurs Summit. That's coming up on November 9th. And you don't have to be a recent immigrant. You could be like me. I came over 80 years ago. Yeah, my grandparents came over 80 years ago. And I am still entirely welcome to come to the Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit, and I will, because I want to know what I can do to make the Fallon Forum more like Rush Limbaugh. Well, okay, in terms of ratings, in terms of overall revenue, but not in terms of content. And in terms of content, we're going to look somewhere else. Suvana, welcome to the program again.
Oh, thanks, Ed. How are you doing?
Good. Yeah, I was talking with you earlier about the success stories. I mean, it's amazing when you look back at 400 people showed up last year?
Yeah, 400 people last year. We're expecting 500 this year. You know what's amazing, Ed? We're actually going to the lieutenant governor and the governor's office tomorrow, and we are going to announce that over 115 new companies started from our last year's attendees. And so over the past 5 years, we've helped over 300 companies get started because of the summit. So that's just amazing.
So 300 companies that got started had some connection to the summit last year.
You bet.
Wow, that's pretty. Or last year or the year before, right?
Yep.
That's pretty amazing.
Over 115 from last year's attendees. So, yeah, it's pretty amazing. You know, one of the things that we really emphasize is helping others to succeed. And that's what the Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit is all about, is helping your business. Either you have a business or you even have a concept that you're incubating. Come on down November 9th. Join us. Learn more about your business. Learn more about how to do things from a tax perspective, from social media, things like that.
Social media is so important. I mean, obviously in a talk show or in a political campaign for that matter, but pretty much anything you want to get into can be enhanced, maybe even can be successful versus a failure with the addition of a good social media campaign.
Yep. We have Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, all those social medias out there. People want to get quick access about your company, about your organization, and social media is the perfect medium to do that.
Yeah. Well, again, I really appreciate the work you've done putting this together. I know it's got to be a heck of a lot of work. And I'm amazed at there's got to be some good business types helping to sponsor this thing, because a $35 entry fee ain't very much. That's going to cover breakfast and lunch, and then you've got all the workshops as well. So it's pretty good of somebody to help write down the cost of this so it can be affordable to people.
Yeah,
is that coming out of your pocket?
I can afford it.
Okay.
That's how you can afford this thing.
Yeah.
So, we do have some great sponsors. One of them being Wells Fargo, which is one of our presenting sponsors. They actually are putting on a capital access forum, presenting 20 practical ways to find capital. Like you mentioned before, money is really important for small businesses and business owners, and they're putting on a forum that will discuss about 20 practical ways, 20 ways you can get money. That's amazing. So presented by Wells Fargo, that's part of our summit as well, November 9th, Saturday, November 9th at the Drake campus.
All right, very good. And if folks want to get more information, I believe they go to IES That's Immigrant Entrepreneurs Summit, IESUSA.org.
Yep.
And I think the USA is in there because this is a unique event. There's nothing else like this across the country. In fact, you have people coming from all over the country, correct?
We do, yeah.
Oh.
We have not only people from Iowa and the state of Iowa, but from across the country, or across the Midwest. And we've had one gentleman came from California the other year. So, yeah.
Yeah, see, Des Moines is not just the cultural and culinary crossroads of the continent. No, it's also the business incubation center of the country as well. I mean, really, there's a lot of good stuff happening here on small business incubation. So, again, I commend you for doing that. And if folks want to, if they prefer to call you on the phone, is there a number to reach you at?
Certainly. You can call me on my cell phone here. It's 515-240-0925, and I can certainly get you more information about the summit or about the day, the training sessions that I have available, and also get you registered.
All right, Savannah. I will see you there on November 9th.
All right. Thanks, Ed.
Great. Hey, folks, and this show is a big part of what we do here is enabled by small businesses who believe in an alternative to, the crazy talk on, say, WHO radio. We've got a lot of great allies in the business community, including Gateway Market and Cafe. Gateway Market is at 20th and Woodland. They're a grocery store. A lot of what they sell comes from local sources. I was in a real pickle the other day. It was basically a tragedy. I was out of milk for my tea. So what do? I walked down to Gateway at 6:55 in the morning. Picket Fence Dairy right there waiting for me. Anyway, they've also got a great cafe for breakfast, lunch, and supper. Check them out, folks. That's Gateway Market and Cafe. And I got some other great business clients as well in the food sector. Ritual Cafe at 13th and Locust. I'm not a coffee drinker, but they serve great tea as well, and I hear the coffee is fantastic. Speaking of coffee, my newest business ally, Corazon Coffee Roasters in West Des Moines. We're talking fair trade coffee, and yes, fair trade tea as well. And the price is really competitive. They sometimes people think fair trade is going to cost me too much. No, at Corazon, you get a really high quality product that's being produced by somebody who's being paid a fair wage. And it's also very competitive. So check them out, folks, as well. Also, one of my favorite restaurants, Hawk Restaurant in the East Village. Hawk is at East 5th and Walnut. And 90% of the food they serve at Hawk comes from Iowa farms, Iowa producers. Also, Community CPA and Associates, now the 10th largest tax and accounting firm in Iowa. At Ingersoll Ave, founded by Ying Sa, who continues to be the owner and chief tax accountant. Also, I want to remind you about one of our other new sponsors, InTouch Therapy Services. This is Kim Foley's business. After a day like this, I'm thinking massage would be a great idea. Well, Kim does amazing massage work. She's been working on me for 4 years, and that's why I look so great. Anyway, she only charges $50 an hour, and if you're a first-time customer, $40 for the first full body massage. 979-8629 is the number to reach Kim at. 979-8629. I also want to remind you that we're going to be coming back shortly with a conversation with E.J. Giovannetti about the $81 million bond referendum relevant to the court system here in Polk County. That should be a good conversation. If it gets too ugly in here, Maddie, if we start throwing food at each other, you know what to do, okay? All right, folks, and if you want to join the conversation, you can call 244-0077, 244-0077, or toll-free, if you still do the toll-free thing, it's 855-244-0077. I'll be back in just a minute.